Hey, what's up, guys? So today I just want to talk about why it's super important to read autobiographies from successful people. So when you're trying to shorten the gap, to get to where you want to go to, you want to get there a bit quicker. Number one, you have to find a mentor. But sometimes you can't find a mentor because maybe you live in a city or a country that is, less populated, and maybe you live in a town somewhere completely far, elsewhere, and you might not have the online connections to find that mentor. You might not have maybe the money to pay a mentor and you don't know anyone. So that's okay. That's when autobiography books are very important, because these books are literally like having a mentor. You're going to learn the ins, you're going to learn the outs, you're going to learn the ups, you're going to learn the downs. You're going to learn the mentality that some of these people had when they were going through what they were going through. Very important to read self biography books, and very important to, even if you can, watch documentary videos. So for example, they had Kobe Bryant Mamba Mentality, right? That book, when it came out, a lot of people read it. Some people, they decided that they wanted to follow the steps of Kobe Bryant, and they, maybe they got closer, maybe they just got a little bit better at, playing basketball by following the footsteps that he outlined in the book. Because in the book, you can read the mentality that he had. The whole book, remember, it's called Mamba Mentality. You're now reading and you're now living in Kobe Bryant's mentality. You can see how he was able to balance his family life, how he was able to balance his practice, how he was able to, plan his meals, how he did his recovery. And then you can implement that in your basketball practice now. Now you're showing how you can how you can expand your recovery. Instead of, just not stretching, now you're stretching, now you're taking ice baths. Now you're able to, properly manage your time, because you read that book. And that's like having a mentor, but you don't have to pay an extreme amount of money. So that's why reading self biographies are very important. There's so many successful people in different lanes and avenues of business and everything else that you can actually read these books and replicate. There's Warren Buffett, there's Elon Musk, there's if let's say, for example, you want to play tennis, there's Serena and Venus Williams. There's so many different tennis players, golf players, Tiger Woods. So many different people that you can actually read their book and read the documentary, read interviews of these people, and then replicate it. Do it in your own way. You don't have to do it to a T, but you can do it in your own way. That's why reading self biographies are so important. On top of that, when you read self biographies, you're also engaging your brain. So when you engage your brain into reading these different self biographies, it's strengthening the connections in your brain, and you're gonna want to expand more into reading more different kind of books and reading more different novels. And this is great for your brain, because when your brain is able to make these connections, you're thinking more clearly. You can accomplish tasks more efficiently now that you're using more brain power. So it's encouraging you to read, and it's also helping you perform your tasks at a better efficiency. So make sure that you're reading self-biography books at least once a month, or even like one or once every 2 months, in whatever field that you want to accomplish. Whatever it is, if that's your field you want to accomplish, read a self-biography book of somebody who is a bit ahead of you, and somebody who you want to have similar tasks that you want to accomplish as well. Self-biography books are very important, guys. So get started with that first. If you can't afford a mentor, because sometimes mentorship is very expensive. Some of the top mentors are sometimes charging $500 for a 1 hour of a consultation. Sometimes they're even charging more, but sometimes it's very important to actually do that, because what you can get out of that 1 hour consultation, 2 hour consultation, you can actually, that can help you for the rest of the year. That can help you for the rest of 2 years. That can increase your sales, immediately, just by having 1 hour of, talking to a mentor. As long as you have your questions already ready and you talk to a mentor, that's amazing to do, because your front end sales will increase immediately. So what you can do also, if you want to find a mentor, and let's say you do have the funds to afford a mentor, if you don't know where to look, you can start on Instagram. So find people on Instagram, that are in your field, and then who have a decent following. they're probably, making some sort of income, or, they probably have some sort of accomplishments. Send out DMs. Usually, typically, you have to send about 100 DMs to different people to get at least, maybe you'll get like a 2 to 3% conversion rate, which is like, maybe, you maybe have like 3 or 4 of the guys that you DM, or the people that you DM, answer you back and are willing to do, a 1 hour consultation, or, some sort of small mentorship. And then when you have your questions ready, you can then ask away and ask these people, and, ask them different things that you're doing wrong, or that you think you're doing right, and how you can improve. And they'll tell you exactly what you need to do to improve, and what exactly you need to do to increase your sales month after month, year after year, or, what are the good jobs out there. It's good to ask people these questions. So once you pay for the consultation, now you know the exact steps that you need to take to get to the next level, guys. So if you can't afford mentorship, remember, read the self-biographies. If you can do both, do both. Very important, guys, on your journey to wealth, success, whatever it is, to be guided by a mentor. Sometimes trial and error is great, but if you want to shorten the gap, get a mentor, read self-biographies. So guys, if you like this video, comment, like, subscribe below. I'll see you guys next time.